I haven't made a This Adventure Camp video in a while. I don't usually make them, mostly because I'm not really known for my This Adventure Camp stuff. Usually I just make something that relates to like School of Chaos, Roblox, something I post in shorts, some stuff like that. But after this episode, I kinda just want to make a video on it. I actually was originally gonna make a video on episode 19 of Carnival of Chaos, but I don't know, I just kind of didn't really feel like it at the time. I mean, I didn't really feel like making videos for like the last 2 months, at all. But this episode just interested me. So yeah, here I go. Also, a side note, it includes spoilers. I probably should have said that earlier, but I feel like kind of expected that. But I'm also going to put it in the title, or maybe just the description of the video that includes spoilers. So if you've been to This Adventure Camp Reddit subreddit, or maybe read comments of the latest episodes of This Adventure Camp, you probably noticed that many people aren't the biggest fan of Zaid. I mean, me personally, I like him. It's just the reason I'm gonna explain is why people don't necessarily hate him. They just don't like what they did with him. Basically, after Ivy and Tristan are eliminated from the show, Zaid is kind of just there. Well, at least that's how I see it. He's just there. He doesn't really add much to the plot, and he's just there, not relevant to anything. Which is why I included this, because, well, he wasn't really relevant to anything in the plot. Up until this episode, which it's really weird how they did this. Makes me think they just really kind of hated his character but didn't know what to do with him instead of just eliminating him earlier in a normal way. So basically, in the trailer of the episode, it shows that Zaid is the main character for once. Not a side character, not irrelevant, not a background character that you barely talk to, or NPC, a main character. Basically, he confronts Isabel about how she did the vote. I'm going to explain a little about how the episode went, and I guess somewhat the trailer, but mostly the episode. He confronts Isabel on how she voted for either, Anastasia or Marissa, but then just made it a tiebreaker, and then made them basically suffer more. So, he calls her wicked after that. And then Isabel really ponders about that. So, okay, wow, okay, Zaid's actually doing stuff. Cool. Now, in the event of the episode, I'll show a clip of them, but I'm also going to explain them. So, mainly with Zaid, what he did, since he wanted to avenge Anastasia and give her power, I guess, or, I don't know, make her happier? Sure, let's say make her happier. He decided, let me just target Isabel and trick her, which he did. So, he tricked her with the first question.
Vancouver Beavertails to the left, or Toronto Moosehorns to the right? Moosehorns, obviously.
Then tricked her with the second question, and then got Isabel out.
Cosplay to the left or trading cards to the right?
Whew, well, the man did say he has a good trading card deck from what he told me.
Even I know it was cosplay. What is Zaid planning?
Thanks!
Oh, and Isabel is the first one out of the challenge.
My bad! Did I say trading cards? I meant cosplay.
And, that was pretty nice. I liked that move. It was good. Afterwards, he's running along Anastasia, but then, well, they kind of have a split decision, so one goes left, one goes right. Anastasia gets the next question wrong, so then Zaid's running along, or just alone, by himself. Also, the other characters, there was Logan and Amelie, but they both already lost. So, Zaid later meets up with Hannah. Hannah goes the wrong way, so now, is down to Zaid and Jade. So, this is where an issue in the episode comes in. You see, Zaid gets the question wrong, so he loses, but that's not my issue. It's my issue with how Jade's win was just established. Basically, throughout the episode, Jade gets 0 questions wrong, which didn't make any sense to me at all. You see, it would have been more believable if Jade actually got at least 1 question wrong. Not 2, but at least 1 question wrong, not just a whole flawless victory. You see, Jade doesn't even talk to other characters like that. Like, at all, really. I mean, if I could think of the top 3 characters she talks the most to, it'll probably be Isabel and Spencer. And then that's it. It just ends there. Because she doesn't talk to anybody else. So it didn't make sense that she won the episode. Kinda annoyed me because, I mean, she is pretty bland. And just had all these off-screen moments talking to characters randomly. But it's okay, you know? Maybe we could just vote Isabel out. Or Zaid could try and get everybody, or at least like 2 or 3 people, to vote for Isabel to get out of the game. But, like, I think when it comes to elimination, that's probably the worst part of the episode. Since, well, I mean, to be honest, the game was fine. I mean, if the challenge, I mean, it's technically supposed to be a maze, but I swear it looked like they were going the same direction for like 90% of it. Overall, the episode is fine. It's just the elimination, which is like maybe 5-10% of the episode. Yeah, that was the bad part. Amelie basically tells a lie that Zaid has been backstabbing Anastasia, or at least once to her. And that didn't make much sense as a lie because, well, I mean, if you look at Anastasia, like, I mean, why would you believe Amelie? Amelie hasn't been in the game for like maybe 90% of it. So, I don't know, would you rather believe Amelie or believe Zaid? But then after every issue comes in, she never actually confronts Zaid about this. So, yeah. But she also, Logan comes into the equation. Logan lies about it too, even though he's clearly nervous and shaking. But then Anastasia just believes both of them automatically, which makes no sense.
Why don't you tell her, Logan, what we know?
Huh?
Logan, do you know?
He said so earlier.
When?
Well, who was it then?
It was, Zaid.
Then elimination goes on, and it's not too good, so I'll just play it.
First vote, Isabel. Zaid. Anastasia. Zaid. Anastasia. That's 2 votes Zaid, 2 votes Anastasia, 1 vote Isabel. 2 votes are left. Next vote, Zaid. 12th person voted out of Disventure Camp. Zaid! That's 4 votes.
Huh?
You know what you did.
What the hell are you talking about?
She's talking about how you backstabbed and played everyone you worked with. Now, it's your turn.
Anastasia! Logan!
Hope you can respect the game move.
A game move? That's what you're calling this? So no one is going to explain this to me.
You betrayed me. That's explanation enough.
And you never thought to talk to me. Unbelievable.
Good game, Chef.
Then that's the elimination, and that's also how Zaid's character ends. Because actually, I mean, I didn't talk about it, but this Adventure Camp 5, Season 5, which is starting, I'm pretty sure, next year in January, it revealed its characters and basically a This Adventure Camp character 4 slot. It hasn't been revealed yet, but Jared, the writer of This Adventure Camp, has confirmed that it's not going to be Zaid now. Which, why? Why'd you bring him? What was the point of Zaid's character? I mean, it's kind of written him better, but they're not bringing him back either, so why would he just be here this long? And, well, that's really how the episode ends. And I know some people blame Logan too and really hate on him, which is kind of, I mean, I guess I won't say it's overblown, but I don't know, telling a cartoon character to go drown. Okay, it's kind of funny to me, but it's kind of like unhinged because it's a cartoon character. It can't be that serious. So yeah, people blame him, and yeah, I get that, but still, I don't know. I didn't like how they did the elimination, or how they had Zaid's character just be here for so long, and then once they focus on him, just eliminate him in the same episode. So yeah, it's a weird episode. I don't even know if I have much to say about it. And if I ever think about the scene or how they did Zaid a little bit differently, there'd be a few things. Either eliminate him way earlier, since he wasn't doing much after Tristan and Ivy got eliminated. They could have eliminated him earlier. Or has elimination, I guess, make a little bit more sense. Maybe, I don't know, like, I don't even know. I think they should have just eliminated him earlier. But yeah, I don't know. And even with the characters, like, I don't know, I was thinking about the people around. Hannah believed Amelie, which, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense since they have interacted a lot with each other. But then again, the lie, it was so random. It made no sense. Because out of all characters, do you really think Zaid would backstab everybody? Like, everybody? Sure, maybe one person. Okay, that makes sense to backstab one person, but every single person at camp? No, I refuse to believe that. Well, if I was a contestant, then yeah, I would refuse to believe that. But then everybody did, and it just made no sense to me. Just thought it was weird. And I guess that's really the whole episode. Now, my afterthoughts on the contestants that I left, because I was going to explain this in another video, but I was like, I might as well do it in this one. I don't really like any of the characters that I left. Kind of happens when you watch a reality show like this. Usually you have favorite characters, then they get eliminated. So like, you know, Ted, he was the second person eliminated. So he was eliminated. I was like, okay, but there's still Tristan. But then Tristan was eventually eliminated. So I was like, and there goes my favorites, I guess. The only characters that are left that I like are Hannah, somewhat, and Logan, which it might be a hot take that I like Logan, but I don't know. I just have no interest in the other characters. I would also say Spencer, but he was eliminated 2 episodes ago, so can't say that. Now, the only reasons I don't really like the other characters, I already said it about Jade earlier, but she's probably the blandest character in the season. I mean, I know some people call Richard bland, but I like him as a supporting character. He's probably one of the best supporting characters we have. And maybe, okay, I won't say best character of all time. Well, okay, somewhat. I'd say he's in the top 10 of all this Venture Camp characters, or this Venture Camp characters. So I can see that, but Jade, she's just bland. I don't know, she doesn't really add that much. I thought when she got the 2 idols, and then had an alliance with Spencer, then had a trusty, I don't really know what you call it, but trusting with Isabel, I thought, okay, maybe she'll be pretty interesting. But then, kind of just, she's okay. Not the most interesting. Isabel, I also find bland, because, to be honest, up until she did that idol play, she didn't really have much going on for her. Which is also why I feel like she's kind of overrated. Well, you know, up until that point, I thought she was overrated. Because some people said that she went under a radar, and she was that type of player, which, yeah, but, I don't know, there's other characters that went under a radar, which were way more interesting than her. So, I'm going to take MK, or Mary Kate, actually, I'm just going to go with MK, from the Total Drama reboot, specifically Season 1, since, well, she was playing under a radar in that season. Yeah, I found her to be way more interesting than Isabel. Like, I don't know, Isabel just didn't do much, and she wasn't really that funny at all, either. So, yeah. Hannah, well, Hannah's one of the people I sort of like. Amelie, I don't really care for her. And most people say she's running the game now after one little lie, which, I mean, I guess, sure. Anastasia, see, I did like Anastasia up until this episode. Actually, at first, I didn't like Anastasia that much from her audition. But now I was like, yeah, I'm starting to like her a little bit more. And then I did. I think her hate was overblown. But then in this episode, her hate is deserved for the weirdest move ever to vote Zaid out. Just didn't make sense. And that's my thoughts on all the characters. So I only really like 2 out of 6 of the cast, being Logan and somewhat Hannah. I'm saying somewhat because I'm kind of like iffy on her character, kind of like, hey. And yeah, that's my whole video on basically how they handled Zaid's character and my thoughts on the episode 20 of this Venture Camp Carnival of Chaos. And yeah, you know, just thanks for watching, because didn't think I'd actually make this video, but I actually did, because I actually felt like it for once, surprisingly. And yeah.